Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Watch Natalie, spelled Natalee. I am here to do someone's June reading. I just finished the daily reading for tomorrow and now I am ready to catch up. We'll see how many I can do before June 1st. Like I said, I wanted to be more fair and equitable, so I put everybody in one of my wine glasses, and I did Libra already. And who is next for the June reading? Who is it? It's Cancer. Okay. So good. Okay, Cancer, here we go. See, just so you can all see complete fairness. Or actually, can you see? Damn. It's reversed. It's like the mirror. Okay. Okay. Oh, I have coffee tongue. Gross. As I drink more coffee, I can't help myself. Okay. We're going to do the monthly. I'm trying to get my niece into that habit of like brushing her teeth and brushing her tongue and flossing and mouthwash. She's got so much plaque buildup. It's like, you do the best you can do, though, right? Okay, Cancer. June 2019. What does June have in store for Cancer? What will the gods say? The will of the gods. I've been goofy this week. I've been really happy and goofy. I don't know why. It's just me. Cancers, you guys are so funny. I had a childminder growing up. My mother's sister was a Cancer. Funny. So funny. One of the funniest people I ever knew. You guys have great sense of humor. Cancers, wonderful people, intensely protective. I mean, like ferociously protective of who you love and what you love. You know. The evolved Cancers are just like the best. Queen of Cups is your little icon. Okay, cutting the deck. Here we go. We're going to give you the Celtic Cross reading. Okay. Okay. Oh my God. Wow. And your bottom of the deck card is the Page of Wands, which is incredible energy. Someone's very energized and excited to like talk to you or be with you, be around you. Very, 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 our communication messages. Okay, Cancer, the very beginning, the very first card you pulled was the Ace of Pentacles, which is wonderful because your counterpart, if you can see, this is you, the crab, and the very opposite of you is Capricorn. So you're using your opposite energy and they're linked, like the opposites are linked. You know, there's things that Capricorn has that you don't have, and there's things that you have that Capricorn doesn't have. But you guys are tied in the same, like long string of fate type of energy field. So your Queen of Pentacles is coming out because there's either an actual Capricorn that's helping you, or in your energy field, maybe she's a coworker, maybe she's a boss, maybe she's an employee, maybe she's, you know, just in your field, or you could be channeling the energy of this female who's very in touch with her timing, very in touch with her body, very much able to multiply wealth. Maybe that's on your mind, or maybe you're just enjoying your wealth, enjoying your harvest, thinking about the future plans, because right across from her, like this, and this is the energy that you're sitting in right now, okay? And right across from that is the Eight of Pentacles. So you're working really hard. These are both pentacle, real world, you know, you can touch it, you can feel it, you can taste it, Cancer. And right now you're just working really hard on something. You're channeling this Queen of Pentacle energy very, very strong. You're working very hard, like for your future, okay? At the bottom of the reading, this bottom card here, we have the foundation of the situation, how you got into this situation, or just like the general foundation. And it's you walking away from something that wasn't good for you. Walking away, either a job or an opportunity or a person or a relationship or just some general crummy situation that was beneath your standards of self-care. because we on Watch Natalie are high vibrational beings. So you are walking away from something, and it's leading you to now focus on working on something that is good for you and that is an act of self-care, an act of self-love. So congrats. Congrats, Cancer. Directly behind you, the card that's directly behind you is our Knight of Swords rushing in. This is an influence that you could even still be feeling, but it's like kind of fading now. So it's like something was rushing to you, or you were really excited about, you were rushing towards it. So it's like once you walked away from this, it's like you were really wanting to move into your next era, your next epoch of life, or it could be you walking away from a job and then just going right out and sending out all the resumes, looking for more work, looking for different work, looking to work with different people, and you just really threw yourself into that job search. And now you found a job that you're just like loving and you're working at, and a better situation for you. Or it could have been on its way to you and you just like had to accept a job offer, or you just decided to, jump on it. Okay, the card coming up, this is your next immediate future, the next thing that you have that you can expect to happen energetically. Oh, I didn't even do my spiel. I'll do it at the end, so you can just skip it if you're a golden oldie and you've already heard the spiel. But for the newbies, you might want to stick around. You don't have to, though. The next card coming up is the Hermit. So this is you really taking some time. I feel like this could be warning you of exhaustion, of overtaxing yourself, all this hard work that you're putting into. It's like you could have taken on a new job recently and you just rushed into it and just like threw yourself into it, or a new relationship or a new partnership, something like that. And now it's finally taking a toll a little bit on you, and you need to kind of just bring your energy back in. Calm down from all of the hubbub and meditate. Take some time for self-care and like a bubble bath, like that kind of stuff. And just really like be with yourself. This could be that you are really working a lot with other people too. Working with either the public, working with just other coworkers in the building or at your job or whatever you're doing. It could just be taxing your emotional energy. It could be something where where you're emotionally connecting a lot. And so this Hermit is about you bringing your energies back inside with you so that you can nurture yourself. It could even be you reflecting on what you left behind and transforming emotional pain into wisdom. But I feel like it's more to do with you just like taking that time out to self-care, taking that time out for the bubble bath, doing things for yourself, going to the salon, or, just something that's just more self-love, acts of self-love. It's really easy to work so hard. And like I said, you're the opposite of Capricorn. So you could be working so hard in your family life, in your work life, and your personal, you're trying to do everything for everybody. And then it's like, you need to just take care of yourself now. At least for it coming up, at least for the weekend, because where you are now, what you currently are, is in victory. You've totally conquered something. Whatever the situation was that you walked away from, you conquered it. You're totally winning. You left that crappy job for a better job. You left a crappy situation for a better situation. You left a crummy person for a better person. Whatever it is, whatever that shift that happened was, it worked out for you. And other people see you, they saw you making that really big decision. They saw you making the final judgment. They saw you walking away from this and just deciding like, nope, not for me. I'm not putting up with this. And your hope or your fear, and that's interesting, your hope or your fear is the Six of Pentacles. And this is about balance and reciprocity. And just look, he's giving money for free to these people that are on their knees, but he has the scales in his hand. So he's not giving out more than he can give out, than he can afford. And this is what you need to do, Cancer, in the month of June 2019, is that you need to work hard for yourself just as much as you are working hard for others and giving to others and nurturing others. However much you nurture someone else in this month of June, Cancer, you need to make sure you are nurturing yourself in equal measure. You need to learn how to balance these scales, because you will feel guilty for falling short of people's expectations or even your own expectations of what you want to do for someone else. You will feel guilty, and and you have to self-regulate. You have to realize that you have every right to pull back from a situation that might genuinely need you. Someone might really need you. Look at it, they need this money. They need to beg for this rich man for his money. They have nothing. They are in need. So I'm not trying to sugarcoat anything for you, Cancer. There might be people and situations that need you, and you need to put your needs first. You need to be able to have your own little scales. Just envision this in your mind. One hand with the coin doling out help, and the other hand holding the scale. You have to, it's your hope and it's your fear at the same time. It's your hope because you want equality. You want to be treated with equality. You want to live life on an equal, balanced scale where you are giving and receiving in tandem and everything's fair and you are getting everything that you do need. But it's also your fear because you're the one that has to make that a reality. You're the one that has to ask for what you're worth. You're the one who has to ask for people to treat you with respect. You're the one who has to ask to reorganize a structure so that it fits your life better. You're the one who has to balance the scales in your life. And it's something that stresses you out. I think it's going to stress you out, or is stressing you out a little bit, because you don't want to let anyone down. You know, there's people that need you. There are people that are leaning on you, and you don't want to let them down. You don't want to disappoint people. And you have your own ideas that, like, you can just do everything and anything, and you can do this, you can do that, you can run around, and, you know, but you can't. And if you don't take the time out, the universe is going to put you in timeout. Ooh. If you don't take the time out, the universe is going to put you in timeout. It's going to time you out. The cosmos will time you out if you don't take your time out. Time out. Okay. Okay, so that's your hope or fear. Wow, that brings me to the last two cards. We have the outcome card, and then we have the future environment card. So it's like the outcome of this specific situation that I'm talking about. And then we have the future environment of this outcome. So there's an outcome for the situation, and then that will lead to a new way of the things that are. Okay, just get to it, Natalie. So the end result of this situation is that you really build long-term wealth. You are able to marshal your energies to build for yourself, for the long run, for the future, for longevity. It's like you're building wealth that's going to multiply, or rather that's going to last for like a long time. And congrats to you, Cancer. That's awesome. That leads you to the future environment of the King of Cups. So this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that in the month of June, you guys will eventually, the end result, the end milieu is the King of Cups. And that's very Scorpionic, your counterpart, one of your counterparts, one of your water sign brethren. I think you begin the month working really, really hard and in the Capricorn mindset, and just, you know, Capricorn and Cancer both have this burden issue where they just take on everyone's burden. They just want to fix everything. And it has to do with control too. It has to do with trying to just control all these moving parts of a situation, and, you know, taking as much responsibility as possible so that you can control how it's done, so that you can control the outcome. And you're just really spinning your wheels, working hard to make that last in the beginning of June, Cancer. But you need the time out. You need to take the time out. or the universe is going to give you the timeout and put you in timeout. And you need to nurture yourself because you're spending all this energy and all this time and resources into controlling these outside situations, or maybe even just trying to be there for so many people. And you need to bring it in. You need to learn the balance, because it's enough that you win. It's enough that you've already won. You're already sitting in a position of victory, whatever this has to do with. So this isn't you competing with anyone. This isn't you reaching for a victory. You've already won. You walking away from this other situation is your victory. And now it's like trying to balance all the great things. All the good things require a balance. It's not even just balancing bad and good. It's balancing good and great. Because you have to. You have the scales. You have all the power that you desire. You have all of the resources that you desire. And you have to just be your Capricorn, Cancer counterpart and really control the self and control your own self-nurturing, so that whatever you're giving out, you're giving to yourself. And you'll realize that there's not enough. That if you give so much to others and there's not enough to give that equally back to yourself, you'll know instantly. It'll be very clear and very obvious. So always keep that scale in mind, where you know that you need X amount of nights a week to do you, and then the other nights a week you can go and help your family or stay late at work. But you can't do 6 nights a week for family commitments and work commitments, and then 1 night a week where you're just exhausted and you don't even get time to come out of the exhaustion to really recuperate and then begin a hobby or a mental stress relief activity or whatever. That's just one example, but you have to look in your life and see where that applies and take it as it resonates, okay? So this is what your fear is, because it involves you, not confronting people, but just talking to people and just having to take that stand for yourself and just put up the boundary and to advocate for your own needs. And that's what I think is a little bit uncomfortable for you right now, because Cancers can be a little bit, the low vibrational ones are the ones that like have emotional outbursts in a negative sort of way. And on this channel, we are high vibrational people. So the high vibrational Cancer will just feel everything really, really intensely. And they will be able to control themselves, or they don't project it out onto other people. But it's going to be part of your balancing act. And that's why Cancer does need to go and just take the self-care, be alone, because otherwise it does build up, and then we will. And anger is an important thing to understand. We need anger. Anger is there to alert us when someone is encroaching on our boundaries. That's what anger is for. So Cancers, if you find yourself getting angry or getting frustrated or getting flustered or getting overwhelmed, that's the red flag telling you that you need to invest in yourself, that you need to take a step back and just honor your own needs, whatever those are. I keep so much ice cream in my freezer because sometimes when I'm working on my computer or when I'm working on anything, I am obsessive. I just like will go and go and go and go and go, that I need to just physically get up, walk into the kitchen, grab a little ice cream cone, sit on the couch, in a whole different room of the place, and eat that ice cream cone and just, it takes like 5 minutes. And it's a refresh, it's a reset, it's also sugar. But it's like you need to do things like that for yourself. And whatever form that takes, maybe it's a walk, maybe it's bath time, maybe it's visiting a sacred place, going to the forest preserve, going to the conservatory where there's plants and animals and, maybe you garden, whatever it is. You need to make that a priority. And it's hard for you right now. It's hard for you to do the balance because it's so easy to overwork. It's so easy to exhaust yourself that it's hard for you to see yourself justifying telling your friends and your family and your coworkers and your clients and your bosses, I'm going to take 15 minutes to go look at the clouds in my car with the moonroof down. I'll be right back. It's hard for you to even like, because you just want to please everyone and go, 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 go. And I need this right now and I need you. And part of you loves to be needed. You love to have people that need you for things and you don't want to lose that, but you won't. Okay. People love you. You are people's rock. You are the loving, nurturing Cancer in their life that, assuages worries and assuages problems and issues, and you're still going to be the creative problem solver and the person that people can go to and lean on. That is all going to stay the same. You need to advocate for your own care and keeping first, because when you do that first, then you're even better at everything else. And then they get quality Cancer care, the care and keeping of your Cancer. Okay, it's part of it. It's part of you just like swishing your toes in the water at the beach. It's part, you need that. You need your own nurturing. You have to nurture yourself before you nurture others. Okay, Cancer? But whatever you're building, you're right. I mean, you're right about working super hard, because whatever it is that you're working on, you just need the balance. It's just, nothing is bad in this reading. And trust me, I don't even make judgments, good or bad. I always would rather understand than judge. But I'm telling you, there's nothing negative and there's nothing wrong about this reading. June is going to be a great month for you. It's a lot of hard work involved. You're working really hard and it pays off. And you're right to work hard. And whatever you're working on now is finally something that's good for you. And now it's like, now that you've already walked away from what wasn't good for you, whatever it is that you're working on now, is good for you. And so it's even easier to overexhaust yourself, because you know that it's going to lead to long-term fortune, long-term success, long-term benefits. You're building a foundation for yourself for the long term. It's a big investment. And it's even more justified that you're telling yourself to work really hard and overexhaust yourself and put in the extra 110%. But what it's going to lead you to do, but you need to do the balance. You need to do the self-care balance. And what you end the month in, and I think you take this time. Wow, Cancer, you even have that Gemini new moon. I just saw it. We have a Gemini new moon, I think on Sunday or Monday, and that is in your 12th house. That's the 12th house of rest, of a secret can come to light, actually. The beginning of next week and on the full moon, there could be a secret coming to light for you guys that you tell others or someone tells you. But it's also the 12th house is rest, okay? It's meditation. You're going to start this is definitely working with your astrology, at least with the moon, because the moon rules Cancer. And when the moon is in the sign behind itself, it's uncomfortable. Or when a planet is in a sign behind itself and you're ruled by the moon, so you have the moon ruling your whole chart. So you're especially sensitive to the phases and the workings of the moon. And the fact that the new moon in Gemini is going to be in your 12th house is very significant, because it's dealing with all of this. Okay, it opposes your 6th house of work. That's Sagittarius. This is upside down for you, because you start over there. But so that's telling me even more that self-care is a major priority for you this month, Cancer. Because it's like it's like too much of a good thing. And what you're going to find yourself by the time you end June 2019, you will be the King of Cups. You will learn to have a more poker face where you don't let everything show, more scorpionic. Or there could be a Scorpio helping you do this or helping you in your life in some way. But either way, you're going to be taking on more of that scorpionic visage where you don't betray really what's going on under the surface. And in the beginning of the month, you start out incredibly excited, rushing into this next new thing, very well-meaning, very excited to shout from the rooftops, and very energetic and very happy to work incredibly hard. Incredibly hard. You're working so hard at whatever this is in June, Cancer. It's really admirable. And I really admire that Cancer tenacity. I love that about Cancers. I mean, you guys are just tenacious, and I really respect that. Okay. And it's like this victory is even propelling you even more. It's just everything about how great your life is going is what's fueling you to like work harder and harder and harder. And I'm telling you, honey, it's going to be okay, because you just need to take that time out for yourself. You're not going to lose it. It's not going to falter. It's not going to disappear just because you took, a night for yourself to go get gelato or to go swimming. But you just got to take that time out for yourself and make sure that you're taking care of yourself, because it's still there. That long term is right there for you, Cancer. It's waiting for you. You're working on it. You're making the good decisions. You're walking away from things that do not serve you. And this is just another little part of that. And you're going to really feel that you are in danger of overexhaustion, because that new moon in your 12th house, you could be pooped. You could start the month completely tired. You might be very tired in June. That's a very real possibility. And you could definitely be pushing yourself. So that's why you have to understand that you need the self-care, and you need the breaks, and you need the rest. You really need a solid 9. I mean, I really try to get 9 hours. So I get anywhere from 6 to 9 hours. I rarely get the full 9, but I always try for it. And I've been overworking it lately, but that's why I'm telling you from a place of relatability on your opposite spectrum, Cancer, that you're going to want to work really hard, and it's really tempting, and you're going to, like, I can see it. You're already working really hard, and you're going to keep that going, but you've got to take the time out for yourself. And it's going to make you better at the work. Let me tempt you with that. It's going to make you better at everything that you're working really hard on. So it's like you start the month incredibly enthusiastic, incredibly hardworking, really dedicated, really committed, wanting to do the 80-hour work week, wanting to just give 110% and really come in strong. And you're going to be, and it's the universe testing you. It's like giving you so much of a good thing that they want you to manage it responsibly, which means managing yourself responsibly, which means taking care of yourself. That's how June goes for you. And by the end of it, like I said, you either have a Scorpio helping you out, carrying some of this load, or you take on the Scorpionic personality where you are kingly, and you don't let your emotions lead your decision making, where you are not, it's like you're more able to emotionally disconnect from these responsibilities and feeling guilty about it. Because in the beginning, you're just trying to please everyone, make everyone happy, be there for everybody, and putting yourself last, putting yourself at the bottom. And you're trying to, it's your fear to take that time out, or to tell people that that you're not going to be there for them, and to go do something for yourself. It's going to be hard. That's going to be hard for you. That's not going to be something that you're going to be comfortable with. And it could be difficult for you to get out, or for you to get comfortable with, or even happy with, or even if you can say it successfully and you can do it, it might just irk you a little bit. You might feel guilty. You might have the self-guilt working on you, and whatever, that has to do with something, whatever that has to do with. But by the end of June, this is all the universe. This is your little moon cycle that's testing you, that's trying to test you. Let's give them a lot of a good thing and watch how they manage it. Because at the very end of the month, you'll have a much better read on situations where you will feel much more comfortable, not overcommitting and not becoming so emotionally involved in these things that you have going on, because you know that you need to put yourself first, and you're going to be more comfortable with that. Yeah. You're going to be more comfortable with that. And you could get good news. You could get good news. That's what this is. This is your bottom of the deck card, Cancer, the Page of Wands. You can get some really good news coming in the month of June. Really great news. So like I said, this looks really great. Let me know how it goes. And, okay, this is the spiel part. So go ahead and exit the reading unless you want to stay for the spiel. The spiel is that time spirals. It spirals. It's not linear. And what does that mean for energy? It means that you are connecting to me, or a part of this reading, or the whole reading, for a specific reason. And it's because we've been able to connect energetically first, if you're resonating with me or something that I'm saying. And that's why I say time spiral, so that people can kind of understand it a little bit better. And it means that you can connect with this reading in real time, June 2019, or you can connect with it 3 years from now. and it could still apply for the month or for the time of your life. So take it as it resonates. I hope you took it as it resonated and enjoyed the reading. Let me know how it goes, and I will talk to you guys next month. Bye, Cancer.